I'm just going on and knocking this one out as a matter of course. We're going to take a look at Hovind's Whack an Atheist for Wednesday, the November 12th of 2025. I skimmed through. This honestly looks like nothing of value, so I'm not expecting this to be anything worth really checking out. Um, like I said, doing it as a matter of course. So let's just get right to it. Ready as I'll ever be.
Well, good evening, everybody. Ken Hovind here in the crew at Dinosaur Adventureland in lovely Lenox, Alabama. It is November the 12th, 2025. Didn't know we'd make it this far, Joseph. It's a long ways, isn't it? Yeah. Tonight, Whack an Atheist. Okay. We're on, let's see, Facebook, over 200,000. Thank you.
I gotta make my awkward comments to Joseph, who has no idea how to respond, or else he gets the hose again.
Tell your friends about us, please. Rumble, X, let's see, our own app, KenHovind.tv.
I always seem surprised and act like I just now remembered it exists, even though I say it every day.
Instagram, want to get on there, on TikTok, just sign up for all of them. Okay, they're gonna shut down channels because we'll say something that'll hurt their little feelings, you know.
Oh yes, it can't be because it's a violation of standards that these services set up to ensure that outright lies don't get touted as truth. It couldn't be anything like that, Kent. And of course, you got to pay the emotional pity card, but you're the one still bitching nearly a year later about losing a channel. And then still on fucking YouTube, I must stress, doing the same crap because you don't care about playing by anyone's rules. Ever. Y'all just don't even care every time you do this. So, yeah. Also, this perpetual they. Are they in the room with us right now, Kent? Are they in the chat commenting?
So, oh well. Okay, let's see. Go to iOS and do all that stuff. I don't know, Joseph, you tell them how to do it. All right. Let's see. Here we are, November the 12th. Coming up in a...
Joseph, you tell them, because I don't have a fucking clue how anything works. I spent 9.5 years in white-collar prison getting fucked by Bubba. I led him to the Lord. He said, oh God, every time, so he must love Jesus now. But I don't know shit about technology. But I'm the smartest man who ever lived, Ken Hovind.
Couple weeks, Thanksgiving. Come join us. If you don't have family, we'll be your family. Come on down. Come on down for Christmas. We got 30, I counted it, those 37 cabin spaces, and we're building 7 more in the Ark. So, yeah, we'll find a spot for you. Come on down, okay? If you're coming this way from Dallas, please call me. We got a bunch of stuff my guy wants to donate to us, miscellaneous things, including fossils for our museum. Okay, help us stay open for free. Join our 777 clubs. Yeah, I like.
Oh, there's that squeaking sound again whenever he moves whatever it was. What did he move right there?
Fossils for our museum. Okay. Help us stay open for free. Join our 777
Okay,
clubs.
that's what I thought. It's when he adjusted the laptop. And also him saying he found a place for you. Yeah, like out in the sand dunes. You can join the skeletons. I know they're plastic skeletons, Kent. It's a joke. I don't seriously think you have bodies buried out there. Although I wouldn't be surprised.
I like what you're doing, Bro Hovind. I'm going to give $1 a day. Take you on as my missionary.
As my missionary, I'd probably take you on in missionary, if you know what I mean. Hovind, I mean, that's cool. You do what you want to do, man. But methinks you protest too much. Maybe that's why Matt Powell was upset. You weren't giving him enough attention, and that's why he left. You know what I mean? On the usual side note, if you'd like to support me, super chats. If you're in the live chat, always welcome. Super thanks after the fact. You can fire one of those off. They're pretty fucking awesome. And there's other links down below to check out other things I do. And, you know, if you want to support me via some other process other than directly through YouTube. And, oh, those channel memberships. New members-only content coming. So stick around for that.
The blind and the dumb, those who believe they came from a rock. Let's see. There we go. As they call it, go to drdino.com. Many people support for $1 a day, $1 a year. We want you to do it.
Yeah, Tubi. And every time I'm like, why do I cover Kent the way I do? I then remember, oh yeah, it's because somewhere random in the middle of them, he'll say something crazy like oil is made of people, or you can prove anything if you've got a box of rocks or something like that.
God lays on your heart. That's all. Okay. I did this video. Somebody did it.
Oh God, here he goes. He's going to milk that same short clip someone uploaded and be like, it's got 1 million views. Ah.
Luke, the most hated man on the internet, Kent Hovind. Here's some of the comments on there, Joseph. Before I get to my...
This is the 3rd fucking time in like a month you've done this, Kent. I'm not even fucking joking with that. This is the third time in a month you're going to go through these same fucking comments. Dude, I don't know who's more senile. You or Trump.
I whack an atheist tonight. Kent, seminars are what started the journey for me 11 years ago. God bless you, Kent. Thank you. Well, thank you. Genuine American, appreciate it. Okay. Not hated by everybody, brother. Great. I know there's a few out there. Let's see. This is why they put him in prison for 10 years. They had to shut him up because he was exposing the lies in the textbooks. What they're teaching our children. They work.
But again, said this before, said it again. If the information you were speaking was so horrible, so forbidden, and you were exposing such deep truths, you would be erased from history, Kent. Not put in a white collar prison with the ability to contact whoever the hell you wanted and do pretty much whatever the hell you want, barring being actually a free man, for 9.5 years. All right, I always call this one Schrodinger's they, and that they are so concerned with this man they have to shut him up, but they do a pathetic ass job of it. Come the fuck on, dude.
Okay. The man was such an important step for me coming to Christ. Not even sure I would have gone all the way without him. Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
I'd still be a virgin. never would have gone to meet Big Bubba out back.
Berg. Let's see. The thing is, all his information has been debunked.
All his misinformation. And yeah, these are the exact same fucking comments for the third time in a month.
Something stupid. I did this guy earlier, didn't I? He's still stupid, isn't he? Okay. He's objectively such a con man. Hope you can find purpose in your life. We have free will to make creation worth living. Well, something stupid. Can you give specific? Where did I get debunked? What exactly do you think I said wrong? I feel sorry you're so gullible. You talk about stupid guy? I agree, okay? Literally everything you learn from him is false. Really. Everything. Let's see, 2 + 2 is 4. Can't believe that anymore, can you? Hey, let's see, RJ, I don't know what
I'm almost 73-year-old man who acts like a petty child.
happened here. I pushed a button or something. Reset that for me.
Oh, fucking hell. He needs help resetting his stupid ass watch. God damn, Kent. Are you that fucking pathetic? It's already bad enough you can't use a real timepiece. You gotta have that little Casio piece of shit. It's not 1982 anymore, man. That thing isn't awesome. But my god, you can't even fucking reset it. How do you break it anyway? What'd you do? Try to divide by 0?
Yeah, there you go. Okay. All frustrating. I try to get everything done. Let's see. Just to add, he recently created a false message. Oh, that's the one I did with the Simon Dan. I said, Dan, here's what you ought to send me. The letter that you got saved. I'm still praying you will, Dan, okay? To God be the glory. If it was
Kent, you've done this multiple times, actually, the little false email thing. You did it with Cindy, you did it with Dan, and I think you've done it with a few other people that I've seen personally.
wasn't for the Holy Spirit using you and your style of teaching and preaching, I don't think I ordered my mom wouldn't have gotten saved. Oh, not sure I understand the English there. Anyway, you loved over there, man. Appreciate it. Love this man and his content. I watched his VHS tape years ago. I really appreciate the fact that he's around. Watched with an open mind and I believe. Okay. Open mind. You have to be stupid to genuinely think.
And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. Hovind.
Think that. I don't know what to make my handle. I don't think you know what to think either. To genuinely believe, yes, it's common sense that somebody had to create this world. It's just too complex. It can't happen by chance. You can dream and imagine that it did. You and SpongeBob.
Simplicity is a hallmark of design, Kent, not complexity. And even if things were incredibly simple in nature, that still wouldn't point towards any kind of design, because we recognize design by knowing things are designed. We recognize artificiality by contrasting it with nature. So when you try to claim that nature itself is artificial, you destroy your own point. It's like, what are you comparing it to?
But it's not science, okay?
But my Bible's totally science, except it's not. And I'll acknowledge it isn't when it's convenient, but otherwise I'll act like it's really important and try to make sure, oh, the science aligns with the Bible. When the Muslims do it, it's totally different, when that science adds up to their crayon, that's not true. But when it aligns with the Bible, it's right.
You fell for the charisma of a cult leader. Joseph, I was putting together some slides and I noticed I must be hurting these guys' feelings. Look at them, all of them grabbing their head. Oh no, oh no. Let's see.
Kent. It's called engagement optimizations, or there's probably a more proper term for it, but it's how you get views, Kent. Funny thumbnail. Ooh, look, person with an extreme exaggerated face going on. The algorithm likes that. Easily suggestible people like that. They might click it and maybe they'll get interested in something. It's how this shit works. I'm sorry you don't comprehend how anything works, but that's not my problem.
God is not in all his thoughts. Their thoughts, oh no, God is everything. Young earth creation is liars, lunatics, or just lost. Oh, there's a different choice. Maybe they're right. You're starting with a false assumption, false dichotomy. Is 2 plus 2 5 or 2 plus 2 6? Which is it? Neither one.
Your deity isn't math, Kent.
You gave three options there. Liars, lunatics, or lost, none of which are true. We're correct. We're right. See? There you go. Grab the head. Is this guy Forrest somebody? Okay. Okay, kids, let's practice for the rapture. Oh no. My back proves that God exists. Grab the head. Grab the head. I like it. Okay. In the book of 2 Kings.
Old man doesn't understand modern SEO principles. Film at 11.
A child, let's see. The child was grown. It fell on a day. He went out to his father to the reapers. And he said to his father, my head, my head. They said to a lad, carry him to his mother. Maybe these guys ought to be taken to their mama. Maybe that would help, okay?
Kent's just mad because no one can take him to his mama anymore. Gonna be nice and not go further with that, but y'all know how I think Kent feels about mommy and daddy.
Look at that. Munchausen trilemma broke my brain. Looks like it, okay? Oh, there we go again. Hold the head, hold the head. Oh no. See?
Yeah, a facepalm says plenty. The gesture is indicative of just outright frustration with the idiocy of whomever one is interacting with. The other gestures signal their own variation of the same idea.
Savior of Satan? Actually think this, Simon Dan? Finely tuned world, but we're all sinners, a Christian nation. Bring your own thoughts. What did I do to him?
I mean, is this what you seriously spent the day doing? Just looking up random thumbnails? Or did you have Joseph do the work for you since you're completely incompetent? Is that what he gets paid for? Oh, silly me. He gets paid. Thinking he gets paid. That's real funny.
Joseph? I broke their brain? It wasn't a whole lot to break, but you believe you came from a rock. Okay, you got some questions, Joseph, I think, but
oh man, that's some old school Simon Dan. Holy shit. He doesn't even have the left side of the bookcase filled yet. Oh man. That takes me back. Whew.
Statements, but I've got Simon Dan I wanted to whack if there's time, okay?
Oh, he's going after Dan again. Of course he is. And Dr. Nimrod with a banger. Cunt was breastfed until his mother died. Exactly.
We've whacked him enough. He's not going to get it. So, okay. Peter says, I've been listening to Ken Hovind's seminar for 10 years.
And yeah, this is all this is going to be for the rest of the time. Like, dead serious. Like, we're skimming through. That's all it's going to be.
Now I'm a broken man. Well, Peter, stop right there. Sometimes that's good, okay? God has to break you down and then rebuild you. Just hang in there. It ain't over yet. Let me read the rest.
Claude, if Joseph is paid, Kent should get a refund. Nice.
To the quote there, brother. I can't commit suicide because I'll go to hell. Well, Peter, I don't agree with that, okay? You don't commit suicide, but that's not the unpardonable sin, okay?
Oh, Kent. You know, I joke about this can of worms, but did you just acknowledge from your point of view, your perspective, that is not this ultimate punishment thing that so many people want to say it is? Because I don't think the book actually says anything about that, and if it does, whoopity doo. It's probably open to every interpretation under the sun, like everything else is in there. But if that's where you're going, then it only stresses that. How do I phrase this gently? It reinforces the fact that it truly is a death cult and that reality and the actual life you live matters not. All that matters is this afterlife you obsess over so much. And by saying what you just said, you're saying that if people take the shortcut, it's fine. I'm not saying you're enticing people to do that, although or enticing you're not enticing anybody to do shit except vomit. Is that even enticement at that stage, or just causing them to? You're giving people an excuse. Meet God quicker. Whatever. But it's not a good look, Kent. Not a good look. But then again, when you've actually told people to do that kind of shit on stream, what does it matter? What does it really matter? What kind of subtleties there are to your doctrine? It's just nice that you admit that, yeah, it is a shortcut to all that matters.
I'm just wondering if I could reach out, you could reach out to me because you might be able to help my brain because I'm a train wreck. Well, Peter, let me say a couple things. First of all, some of it might be physical. There may be a nutritional deficiency that causes you. I would get.
Thank you, Rogue Rainbow. Thank you. Paid best joke in the stream. Well, the best joke in the stream is me. And the stuff I say follows up. Because I'm the biggest joke. No, Kent is the biggest joke of all, followed by me. we done gone to... There we go.
If someone says, Brother Hovind, would you pray for my car? I say, no, let's check the oil first and check the timing. And,
Oh my God. He used actual parts of speech and said a statement that sounded like it was said by somebody intelligent. He said, check the oil, not check oil. Wow. Also, Kent, depending on what's wrong with the car, why would your immediate statement be to check the oil? Is that like all you know about vehicles is a few common things, and anything other complicated is too complex for you? It must be designed by God. Take it to the mechanic. The mechanic is Jesus fucking Christ himself.
Do some common sense things. So,
and God damn it, it keeps doing that. Checking the oil won't do shit if your battery's having problems, Ken. It's not going to do anything if your alternator's acting up, all right?
Then we'll pray for it. So I will pray for you, Peter, but I think you might want to call Patrick Urish up in Pennsylvania. Can you get his number up there, Joseph?
No, do not call Patrick Urish. People in his position would do far better calling me, because I'll actually give a flying fuck about what the hell is going on in their lives and maybe give them some advice that actually matters rather than think magic thoughts and pay out the ass for these placebos.
Patrick Urish, he really is good at this kind of stuff. And some people have.
No, he isn't. Patrick Urish is a fucking dumbass.
Stress and mental anxiety, and there's a physical reason for it, a nutritional reason. I don't know if that's yours, but I would at least check.
I mean, that is technically not false. There can be nutritional issues causing these things. A lot of additional things can compound that, or actually alternate things could be the causes. But still, I don't think Urish has the best solutions for anybody. I think an actual, medical expert is someone you should consult, a dietitian and the like, not Urish LHP or IHP or whatever.
Check that, check that box off. Secondly, I would say, are you getting enough rest?
I mean, you get better medical advice from secretbonuspoint.com. It's not a shameless plug at all to my dead image board. It's not at all. Totally a shameless plug.
Relax. God told the Jews to take a day off every week and take a year off every 7 years. You take a whole year off. I need to start doing that, Joseph, I think, don't I? Heard about this day off stuff. What is that anyway?
How about you take all the days off, Kent, and just stop? Just retire, old man. Enjoy your shitty little dino park. And then when you kick the bucket, there'll be urbexers touring it in 2030. I mean, like, oh yeah, here's where Ken Hovind died. You know how we know? Because he's still here. No one claimed the body.
I enjoy working. Anyway, Peter, don't commit suicide. But Let's keep going with this question there, Joseph. What else did you have?
What? Hey, Peter, don't commit suicide, but let's go on with the rest of the question. You don't have something else to say? No words of encouragement because you don't know how to encourage anybody. You don't care about other humans at all.
Say, where was that one? There you go. I'm a train wreck. I'm so proud of him, and I believe he's taught me so much about faith and the true existence of God. So there's no.
Thank you, Claude. He's obsessed with the changing oil thing because the oil light came on the dash during a date. That makes a lot of sense. So that would stay stuck in his mind, but nothing else matters. Can't get a glimpse of paradise by that dashboard light. But he was a virgin on his honeymoon. Hovind.
Doubt in my mind that God exists. I cry out and say that he's not working in my life.
By the way, speaking of Hovind, you know, our boy AJ, the one who inspired me to start doing this stuff, hadn't done a stream in a good long while. And we all know AJ. We all love AJ. Go hit up his old videos. Hit any of his videos up and just rewatch them again. Laugh, leave a comment. If you forgot to like one of them, go give him some love. And let's remind AJ, hey, we're all waiting for you to come back and you know, and let us, you know, see how you're doing. You know, let's have you do some crazy Hovind shit. Don't let the fact I'm doing it stop you, AJ. You're better than me. Like, seriously though, go check our boy out. I know he's posted in Discord. He's doing all right, but it sucks not seeing a video from him for a while.
But I know he must be. I say this crying so hard at 58 years old. I'm so broke. Anyhow, sorry for taking up your time. Well, Peter, call me anytime. 855 Big Dino, extension 3. But listen, if you look at 2 Corinthians chapter.
Yes. Urish replaced Bill Sardi, who died of a certain respiratory illness. That would be the novel coronavirus SARS-CoV-2 from 2019. And, you know, I have to stress that that's something people forget. If you remember in the early 2000s, the fear over a SARS outbreak, COVID was SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome. It was the evolution of that, one of the evolutionary branches of that family of viruses that we were worried about back 25 years ago. So every time we have one of those little viral scares, and we weren't concerned about it, that was the evidence. Like, yeah, we probably should have still been concerned about it.
1, the very beginning of the book. Paul wrote to this church at Corinth, and they had a lot of trouble in their church. Okay, it was a wicked city to begin with, and Paul went there and started a church. You got a bunch of former, cuss and sailor types get saved and go to church. And in 2 Corinthians chapter 1, Paul wrote to them and
God, people just acting like no one out there is any kind of casual Christian or anything. But of course, when they get people, that's how it always is. Like, oh, I was a drinker, I didn't know God, and now I did know God. And it's like, no, you knew the same deity the whole time. You just decided to get a stick up your ass for some reason.
Said, sometimes things happen to you so that you can start a ministry to help other people with the same problem. If you had, a physical problem, maybe God's preparing you, get your arm cut off. You got to learn to live with one arm. Well, but God can, now you can start a ministry for one-armed people. Here it is, 2 Corinthians chapter 1. Blessed be, verse 3, blessed be God, even the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of mercies and the God of all comfort, who comforteth us in all our tribulation. Why? That we may be able to...
My God, we're watching this man actually read from an actual book.
Comfort them which are in any trouble, by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of God. So if you make it through this, Peter, you are now qualified. There's millions of people with the same feelings you're having right now, only they don't have the Lord.
Okay, so I'm ahead of the curve a few years. Yeah, it was more towards 2003, but still, I mean, close enough.
You can start a ministry and go reach them for the gospel. Just hang in there. It ain't over yet, okay? Find something to do. Find a goal. The Bible says that desire accomplished is sweet to the soul. If you need sweetness in your soul, get something done for the Lord. Start a Sunday school class.
Oh, yeah, don't do anything for yourself. Do it for the Lord, because, he's going to come down and say, good job, here's a treat. Oh, no, he ain't going to do that because he ain't going to do shit.
For left-handed, one-eyed people or something, do something for the Lord, and then you'll be surprised. It'll take one lady came to Jack Hiles up in Hammond, Indiana. She said, "I'm just going to kill myself. Everything I can't handle it anymore. I have too much stress." He said, "Ma'am, listen, I'm awful busy right now. I got appointments waiting, but he said, would you? I got two ladies in our church. They're widows. They're having a hard time." And he wrote down 2 names and addresses or something like that.
And so began the lesbian coven up the block.
And gave it to her. He said, "Go visit these folks before you kill yourself. Would you please help out a little bit?" He saw her a couple of weeks later in church and said, "Oh, I thought you were going to kill yourself or something." She said, "Oh, I got so busy helping other people. I don't have time now."
I'll take things no one ever said for events that probably never happened.
The secret to life is focus on somebody else. Okay, the smallest person in the world is one that's.
Oh, but Kent, when I and others focus on you, you have a problem with that.
All wrapped up in himself. Okay. Let's see. Question TikTok. What were people like before the flood? I suspect they were 15 feet tall. Just my guess.
Just my guess. I don't know. I don't know shit. I'm Ken Hovind.
Been a lot of skeletons found, 10, 12, 14, 15 feet.
No, they haven't, Kent. None have been found. Humans are the tallest on average they've ever been. Full fucking stop.
Tall, maybe bigger. There's a website called thelostworld.com, Lost World Museum up in New York. Guy's got a lot of collection of all kinds of stuff.
Hey, you won't want to get the Lost World Jurassic Park, because that teaches that their evolution. But hey, make sure to come to my Dino Park where I want Jeeps, even though it was Toyota Range Rovers in the book.
Stuff that's been found of evidence of giants. So I think they were bigger. I think they were much
or something like that.
Much smarter. Much smarter. Adam. Let's see.
Kent, if they were so smart, why couldn't they have survived the flood? You think no one else built their own damn boat?
Where's my charger? Here we go. Adam was created fully grown, fully mature. He could walk, talk, name the animals, and get married first day. Then he probably walked and talked with God for 100 years. He came with a fully loaded computer, and God told him all kinds of things. Then he sinned.
Why would they need to talk about anything? What's there to discuss? If you know everything and the interlocutor knows everything, there's nothing to discuss.
Then God had to, separate himself from them in the Garden of Eden incident there. And then they had Cain, Abel, and Seth when he was on 30. But they really together in the garden for 100 years before this all fell apart. The Bible doesn't say that. Then Adam lived 900 years after Seth was born. How much could you learn in 900 years? A lot. And then Adam lived long enough to pass that information on to his great grandson, Lamech, Noah's daddy. Noah's daddy could have known Adam. Get these charts. I don't know how much they are. Joey, do you know how much these are? How much do the charts cost? $10. They're heavy laminate. Use them for placemats when your skeptic friends come for lunch. Okay. Is there a package deal if they get 6 of them, Joseph? We should do that. Set their table. And on the other side, it's all about Grand Canyon. Formed in probably a week. Anyway, I would say, so I think we have the assumption that ancient man was smart and modern man, ancient man was dumb and modern man is smart. That is absolutely the opposite. A whole lot of knowledge has been lost and taken to the grave. They knew how to do things we can't do today. We can't lift the 70-ton stones, 400 feet off the ground. I think.
Yeah, we can, Kent. They're called cranes.
I think they were much smarter and much stronger and much bigger than us today. Okay.
Kent, let's go back to what you said a second ago.
I think there were much stones, they knew how to do things we can't do today. We can't lift the 70-ton stones, 400 feet off the ground.
70-ton stones, 400 feet off the ground. Not only do, hell, the goddamn Saturn V weighed more than that, and by the end of it, the whole Apollo CSM, vehicle stack, including and LM, were headed to the fucking moon. So I think we lifted that pretty high. But additionally, let me tell you about Chernobyl there, Kent, or just the RBMK reactor type in general. The top of the reactor assembly was basically a big metal tube. Really rudimentary. The top of it, though, Object E, affectionately known as Elena. Yeah, the thing that's setting perpendicular to the reactor at Chernobyl, like it's wedged in there because it got thrown the fuck up in the explosions. That weighs 2,000 tons, and it was put in place by cranes. I think we've got that covered, Kent. Our BMKs were designed in the late 50s and early 60s and built in the late 60s through the 70s and 80s.
I think they were much smarter and much stronger and much bigger than us today. Okay. I read your Wool book. Used your idea of making columns to study precept upon precept. Well, thank you. What he's referring to, the book that I wrote about end times when I was in prison. Whoa, what on earth is about to happen, for heaven's sake, about the future? That's the video series, $100, and the book is in there somewhere, Joseph. $45. I very reluctantly had to change my mind and my doctrine on end times. We're here for the tribulation. Yeah. Tonight, seeing you debating people on the living Christ. Jesus will return for his bride. Amen. I'm ready for that. Come on back, Lord. But we're going to be.
Jesus will return for his bride. I know it's supposed to be some kind of metaphorical bullshit about humanity or whatever, but it sounds so goddamn creepy. What's he going to do? Fuck us all in the ass? I think Trump and the rest of you evangelical fuckwits are doing that plenty.
Here for the tribulation first. Netflix has a series called Cave of Bones, and they, the evolutionists, are saying they're not human. I don't see how they can think that when they found evidence of them burying their loved ones and the use of fire and tools. Well, monkeys do that, don't they? Don't monkeys use fire and tools and bury their loved ones?
There's some tool usage. There's not really fire. That's kind of an exclusively human thing with apes. And ceremonial burial, not super common either. I think that's also strictly a human trait.
No. How about the chimpanzees? No. Baboons? Orangutans?
Remember, anyone who says orangutan has no clue what they're talking about. There's no G.
I don't know, Christine. I didn't see that.
No G at the end, anyway.
Netflix thing, so okay. Crybaby, good. I'm glad you're still alive. You better hurry get saved, though, before it's over. Just, ever since your ministry started, the theory of evolution has become stronger. Genetic evidence. Wow. You really think so? Transitional fossils. Crybaby, no fossils can possibly count as evidence that something is changing to something else. It can't. Think about it.
Because you
find bones in the dirt.
I hate how it does this, where sometimes you click in it and just like, I'm just gonna go and do this fucking shit. Because he just can't say anything correctly. He has to say it some weird ass way.
All you know is it died. You can't know it's changing to something else. Why are no animals that are alive doing this? It's only the dead fossils that are capable of doing this in your imagination. I'm sorry. Let's see. As far as genetic evidence, the more they learn about genetics, the more they realize it's impossible for evolution to take place. There are similarities in the gene code.
It's literally the opposite, Kent. If you actually knew anything about these sciences, you wouldn't be saying that.
Some animals, sure. The same guy wrote the code. I bet all
the lines in Microsoft PowerPoint and Microsoft Word are the same. No, they're not.
About 4,000 books in my library here.
Oh, here we go. The 26 letters of the alphabet thing.
All of them, as far as I know, use the same 26-letter code called the English alphabet. That proves they're all related to a mosquito or something. I don't know.
So, Kent, you're telling me not a single book has any diagrams or anything or any kind of complex math in it that uses additional symbols? You're telling me none of those books contain any words in other languages written in their native script at all? Even like some Spanish? Hell, most of Cyrillic, well, about under half of it, but, some of the letters are backwards, but still, a lot of Cyrillic is Latin-based, so,
That proved, Joseph.
Remember, all you gotta do is put a backwards R, and suddenly it's Russian.
Prove something to somebody somewhere. Okay. Well, I didn't get the last of that question. Neo-Darwinianism. Oh, okay. Let's see. Truth. Your challenge to debates are meaningless. You shut creationist crybaby time after time when he was winning.
Yeah, Rogue Rainbow. I know there's the mammoth beam, but that's part of the mammoth beam is part of one of the main support structures of the sarcophagus. Um, it's on the northern. No, it's turbine hall south. It's on the southern half of the reactor, I should say, the side facing the turbine hall. The north side is where most of the devastation was. I mean, the whole thing was devastated. But yeah, easily 40-ton beams and such up there. There's all kinds of heavy crap to build an RBMK. It's a really big construction project, and you think of nuclear reactors as something super fancy, super specific, custom engineered and shit. No, Soviet RBMK, they're like, get a concrete mixer, get some steel fabrications from somewhere. We'll just build this thing right here in the middle of fucking nowhere. Soviet engineering at its finest. I love it and am terrified by them at the same time.
That's the world's smallest violin playing your song. I tell you what, truth matters.
Oh, Kent. When people call you out on your debates being worthless, you bitch about it. Or you come up with a cope like this. No, Kent. You have your open mics, and they're pathetic, because all you do is immediately, or if it's a debate, Donnie, shut people up the moment they're making points. Because you can't have truth coming out.
Start your own YouTube channel and do what you want.
Oh, but when people do that, Kent, you whine and bitch about it. Then take screenshots and comment, oh, look at how many subscribers they have. Oh, okay, look at how many this person has. Look at how many views this has. Oh, you play the petty card. You don't just let it be.
I'll debate anybody on creation evolution. If we talk about one topic at a time, we get equal time and no interrupting. You want to set the limits, 10 minute, 15 minute? Okay, shut my mic off when it's your turn to talk. We'll shut yours off when it's my turn to talk. Come on. I'm not afraid of debating any of you guys, none of you, okay? Or all of you at the same time. Let's see, Emmanuel, if gravity does not cause clouds of gas and dust to form, then how do you explain the formation of spiral galaxies? They're created and designed.
It's just, you can't ask him a question like that. That's just going to be a straight up answer. It's designed. Duh.
You think the dust particles in space would have enough gravity to pull themselves together and form a solid and ignite and get to extremely high temperatures from gravitational pull?
It's not a solid, dumbass. And yeah, gravity may be the weakest of the four fundamental forces, but man, it's got range for days, buddy. Remember, Kent, gravitational range is infinite. So if it can coalesce, it's going to coalesce.
Cool. First of all, show me where this happens. It's
all right, everyone. Let's all show Kent where star formation happens. And you just point straight up. 100% chance, somewhere in the direction you pointed, is a star being born.
Imagine, it's not even a good theory. It's a dream hypothesis.
Oh, yes. And if or when we do have the debate, you're still going to say that, but man, I'm going to tear you apart, Kent.
You can believe it if you want. I don't care what you believe.
I mean, I'm sorry, Kent, but when you get, molecular clouds of a total mass of hundreds of times that of supermassive stars, thousands upon thousands of times the mass of our sun, you're gonna get clumps forming. It's gonna happen. Those fuckers are going to collapse. You're going to get hot spots. You're gonna get a point where equilibrium happens. It's a lot to think about because they are the most energetic baseline events in cosmology, one could say. Stellar formation is kind of that baseline where you start measuring things and then things go up from there. But man, the math. You're supposed to love math so much, and that's what all Crux is on. The math doesn't lie. We understand these things. Things scale at ways we can calculate. I can't do the math myself, and that's fine. I defer to the experts.
But they shouldn't call it science.
But they should call it science because it's the people who do actual science, Kent. That's the thing.
And make everybody pay to teach that. See, they want so badly for there not to be a God.
And see, now he's just, this is the point where he crosses the line from just, I'm gonna talk about it and talk about it not being science to now I'm just gonna say they don't want there to be God. Like that would change whether there is or isn't. It would be a futile effort. So what point would there be? What's there to gain? It's insane. See, the worst thing about these stupid people thinking they know how things are is that these stupid people think they know how everyone else thinks who opposes them, but they're so stupid they can't think like someone smart. So they come up with idiot ideas like that.
Because he might have some rules, like thou shalt not, and they like to thou shalt. So, okay.
Yeah, it's from the guy divorced 4 times, from the guy who hangs out with pedophiles, from the guy who voted for a felonious pedophile, who committed tax evasion, who's a sovereign citizen nutcase. Yeah, but you want to preach morality.
Let's see. Have you read Darwin's Black Box? Yes, my excellent book. It's here on my shelf someplace. I don't know. It's around here somewhere. Another one not yet. Do you believe dinosaurs were referring to dragons? Dinosaurs and dragons, I think it's the same animal. There's quite a few different types of dinosaurs. I'm not sure how many. You got to be careful with that word species. That's pretty nebulous, 26 different definitions of species on the internet. I cover that on video number 4, I think. Anyway.
Hey, Kent, if I ask you to define a book, and then I handed you would probably describe something like the Bible. Then if I hand you a periodical that would commonly be called a magazine, and you would refer to it as such, I would stress, does it not meet the definition of book? And you'd be like, I guess, but I mean, we're calling it a magazine. I'm kind of comparing this in an inverse way, but species, once again, has its definitions as a result of the fact that you have to have a lot of different ways to classify something as related as the same species. To define and differentiate what a species is, because criteria that exist for mammals don't really work for fungi, which you are not a fungi. See, I'm the mushroom in the room. I'm the fungi. You are the unwanted fungus among us. I don't know. You're the mold and mildew and the roach shit. um, but yeah, what was I saying? All right, you're stupid. But yeah, species definition in dictionaries. The definitions matter not; they're prescriptive, not descriptive. But the reason we give words the definitions we do, and what reason we call certain things the words we do, are as a nature of being descriptive and not prescriptive. So it's kind of an odd thing. You're trying to use a prescriptive logic to things when you really need to be looking at descriptive nature of things, if that phrasing makes sense.
God said they bring forth after their kind. If they can bring
And no one gives a fuck.
forth, they're the same kind. Donkeys and horses can bring forth. They're the same kind. Dogs, wolves, and coyotes can bring forth. They're the same kind of animal. Now, man has decided to classify them as a different species. The animals don't care how we classify them. They don't even know we're doing it. They know what to look for in a mate.
Which, once again, is absolutely irrelevant to how we classify them. And additionally, obviously, they don't know what to look for in a mate. If a dog will hump on a person's leg at a moment's notice and your tortoise decided to hump some rocks.
And keep in mind, most of them don't even know what they look like, but they know what to look for. Had a group today up at the North 40, giving my tour. We got the sheep, the donkeys, and the cows all mixed together. We have never gotten, we've never gotten a geep out of there. Part sheep, part cow. They're all right there. They know what and squirrels, what would that be? A squirrel or a squow? Squirrel, cow? I don't know. Maybe we'll give them more time. We'll give them a few more million years. Okay. Nicholas, hope you and the crew are doing well. My question is, Philip?
Man, this dude dick rides Kent like nobody's business. Just move down to DAL, bro. Take your whole family, move down there. Watch your kids not make it out alive. Watch him Jim Jones your wife, and be grateful for the privilege of getting fucked over.
A heresy Because in 15:16, Jesus said that the Spirit proceeds from the Father. Nicholas, I guess I don't understand that question.
I'm not prepared for that. Oh, you're supposed to be some kind of theologian, but you aren't ready for a theological question. Huh, funny. I guess it's not in your PowerPoint, so you don't know anything about it, Mr. I've read the Bible for 56 fucking years.
The filioque? I'd have to look into that. I don't have a quick answer to that one. Okay.
Do you believe the ark has been found?
I do believe the ark has been found. I think Ron Wyatt found it. There's people argue about that. A couple
Ron Wyatt was a piece of shit. Say it with me, everybody. Yeah.
different theories about that, but I think the evidence is pretty overwhelming. The one Ron found, Juniper site or whatever it's called, is the correct one. It doesn't matter to me much.
Oh, yes. There's all these imitation arcs floating around. No pun intended.
To find anything from a 4,500-year-old wooden boat would be pretty amazing. It's hard to find stuff from the Civil War made out of wood. But I think it has been found. I think if you go to south of Nashville to Spring Hill, Tennessee, Mary Nell Wyatt, Ron's wife, she got remarried to a guy named Lee, has a museum in their basement with all kinds of cool stuff about the Ark.
If you're lucky, you might come out of the basement alive. If you're not, you become the next exhibit. Dude, it's like that Twilight Zone episode where this dude works in a wax museum and he's like fucking obsessed with these wax replicas of like Jack the Ripper and stuff, and takes them home when the museum closes down and gets all obsessed with preserving them. It can't get hot. He's got to install air conditioning. Remember, this is the early 60s. Not all houses had air conditioning, especially sure as hell not in the basement. And the goddamn wax things, actually, spoiler alert, are like sentient. They come alive and they fucking kill people. That's all I'm imagining now. You go down there and Noah himself comes and bashes your skull in. It's fucking crazy, man. That's a really good Twilight Zone episode, and for some reason, one I regularly forget, and then all of a sudden I just remembered it. I should watch that one again. What one was that? Twilight Zone wax figures. Or wax museum. The new exhibit. Takes a set of wax figures into his home where they begin to show homicidal tendencies. Yep. 1963 episode. So that'd be the season 4, episode 13. Nice. Very nice one. Sorry, I really like the Twilight Zone.
Iron rivets that they found bolting it together. Bible says Tubal-Cain was an artificer in brass and iron. That was well before the flood.
What about Novocaine? Huh? You got any? I could use it.
These people were really
It'd take the edge off of this goddamn pain.
smart, living to be 900 to do work with iron and all metallurgy and stuff like that. So people get this dumb idea that ancient man was dumb and modern man is smart. No. Noah could easily build a boat like that and use iron rivets if he wanted. I think he did. Okay, let's see. James.
Zoomy, yeah, and that from like one of the same seasons, a later one, and like most of the action takes place inside of that little antique shop, and that's how it ends. Good episode. Also like the camera one. I mean, it's a stereotype. It's been done. Hell, there was a Are You Afraid of the Dark episode that did that. This little gremlin on the photos that the thing would take. It was the same. It was literally the same story, but man, I really enjoyed it. Are You Afraid of the Dark was good too. I still enjoy watching that, but that's partly nostalgia.
What do you say to people that think facts and scientific proof somehow damage the idea of faith, since presumably it takes away the mystery and miracle nature of many things? I don't see it that way. The more I learn about the facts, the more my faith grows.
But Bruce Wayne, this was Hollywood. Kind of like the Marilyn Manson album.
God said he did certain things.
And the less said about that man, the better. Still produce good music, but ugh.
And now we study it and say, wow, it looks like he was right. It strengthens my faith in the Word of God the more I study science. TikTok. Whatever happened to that one group that went exploring Africa about a year ago? Okay, Joseph, the guys went over there to Congo.
They didn't do shit. They didn't go anywhere or do a damn thing.
they said a lot of the swamp is bigger than Alabama, 55,000 square miles of swamp in the Likawala swamp in Congo, Africa. Joy, do you know my green book that I have about the living dinosaur? I think it's on the second shelf down over there. I should keep that handy. I know all my books within reach is what I need. Living Dinosaur, Roy Mackal. Or look at other shelves. It's around. Anyway, Roy Mackal, University of Chicago.
Wait, did he say something about Living Dinosaur? That was a fun YouTube channel. Hope they get making some stuff again.
Professor went over to the swamp. There have been several expeditions in there. What's happening is, first place, the country, Congo, is in turmoil, and it's not a safe place to go on a good day, okay? But yes, the group that went over there a year ago,
I've never watched Twilight Zone reboot. Only original. Neither one of the reboots either. I have seen the Twilight Zone movie. That was actually my first proper Twilight Zone anything. Well, technically, we watched Eye of the Beholder in school one time, and I thought it was underwhelming then, and I still find it underwhelming now. The twist only works the one time. Otherwise, the episode it's weak by itself. It's only that first watching, and if you don't know what happens, does it really hold well?
said there's a lot of governmental restrictions. There's certain parts of the swamp they won't let you go in at all. Maybe because there's, the communist country, and I believe, and they're...
Maybe because they're communists, I don't know. But them fucking commies. You don't even know what communism is, Kent. Congo government type. Democratic Republic of the Congo. Politics of Congo. Framework of unitary semi-presidential republic. Country in Central Africa. We know that. Doesn't seem to identify explicitly as a communist by any definition. Double check quick summaries. No, neither Republic of Congo nor the Democratic Republic of Congo are communist countries today. Marxist-Leninist state until 1991. It's mixed economy. So, no, as usual, Kent is outdated. He is remembering facts from about the time he wrote his stupid dissertation. Dissertation in quotes. What a fucking moron.
You're hiding something in there.
Hey, Kent, in your world, the Soviet Union's still around too, isn't it? Which I'm not going to lie, would certainly be a better world in some ways. In a lot of others, it would suck. Like, I'm mixed on that. Like, if we could have had the good Soviet Union we were supposed to have, that would have been a different story. But Stalin kind of fucked things up.
Or maybe because you got to keep rescuing people out of there. That's why they don't want you to go to the South Pole. Because you're going to get down there and say, hey, I'm cold. Can you bring me a blanket? Cost $84 million to bring you a blanket to the South Pole. So, but no, they did not see any. But they
I just throw out this random ass value and be like, yep, it's the truth.
heard more stories. Same thing. The natives say, oh, yeah, they're out there. Show the natives one of these guys and a Apatosaurus. They'll say, that's Mokele Mbembe. Mokele.
Really? Dinosaur passed. Whoa. I did not know that. Well, obviously I didn't from my reaction. Damn. That sucks. So that's Bill Ludlow, Living Dinosaur, and Schrodinger's cat. And the Double Rainbow dude. But he scheduled videos for like 15 years, so we're still getting stuff from him. Not that I watch the channel, but it's one of those things where, even if you don't watch somebody's content, it's not like you don't, support their existence, It's like, yeah, it's not up my alley, but you do you. I'll support you doing you, if that makes sense. Life is temporary. Don't waste it all watching Hovind.
-MBE. Look that up, and supposedly he's still alive. 15 or 20
Zoomy, if no one answered, probably Outer Limits is what you're thinking of.
feet long. Not as big as they used to be. You don't see it? No. I got 2 or 3 copies of it. We used to sell it when I was in Pensacola. But anyway. All right. Next question. You recommend any of the Apocrypha? Well, you can read anything you want.
Wasn't he just talking about Apocrypha like the other day? Do you idiots watch or pay attention to anything?
But don't count. It's not scripture. It's forgeries. I covered that the other night on my show. Go to Gail Riplinger's site, avpublications.com, AV for authorized version. She's got a lot of stuff on there, a whole big article about the Apocrypha.
I've been to Brockway, Ogdenville, and North Haverbrook.
It was written after Christ. It's not intertestamental books. It's a forgery, probably by the Catholic Church. Okay? I see dinosaurs when I look at old establishment type politicians. Ha! What's the dinosaur with the real tiny brain? That big, yeah. A stegosaur. I'm a lukewarm, but my belief and faith and wisdom that Jesus is the way of the truth of life. Good. Well, keep reading the Bible. The Bible says faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. The more you read, the more your faith will grow. Just add water. Okay. The ARC site in NBC News. I saw that on NBC put up the one Ron Wyatt found. Other creationists think it's someplace else. Okay. It's not worth starting a war over, okay?
Hang on. Sentient AI murdering sex dolls. Where do I sign up? That'd be something to watch.
Moccasin, holler, beagles. Now, how do you get a name like that? Finally caught alive. You are awesome.
People, it's not a live. It's a live stream. The moment Turk Talk decided that they'd call the live stream section live in the way they did, suddenly everyone is calling a live stream a live. It's not a live. Okay? It's just not. When I'm not getting into it.
To bring my boy to your park.
And yes, I know some of y'all do that as well. I'm not trying to knock it, but I mean, that's not it. I hate that kind of overly shorthand crap.
Meet you someday. Well, come on down. Visitors come all the time. It's free. We have 37 cabins we'll put you up in. You can't sleep in all of them. Pick one, But
oh yes, good old Skinamax. The best option when you couldn't afford the good shit.
Yeah, it's so fun here. I give those tours every day. Joseph, I don't know if you know this latest idea. We got the 4 Jeeps now. One has a hard top. The other ones have soft tops. I'm putting a fiberglass top on, or plexiglass top. I got 2/3 of it.
With whose money? Damn it did it again.
Done today. Because I like to be able to, because I point out things overhead a lot in my tour. So, and it's getting cold. So, and hot air rises. So without any kind of roof, it's a problem. So. And my laser, yeah. Oh boy, that's quite the laser. Electric eels, I think they debunk evolution. Any ideas? Oh, there's thousands. Anything.
Yo. Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that? You see the source, don't you? What the fuck are you doing, Joseph? Did you accidentally comment from the wrong account? Are all these questions actually you? No. No, some of them are formed too intelligently and grammatically correct to be Joseph. Bruh. I mean, that's cool if you just want to bring that up, but you could really have just interrupted Kent or as he threatened you about that, man. I mean, I'm just saying abusive relationships like this aren't cool.
Electric eels, I think they debunk evolution. Any ideas? Oh, there's thousands. Anything debunks evolution. I did a whole series, Creation That Destroys Evolution. This is only ABC. I went all the way through the alphabet. So this is a whole series of creation that destroys evolution. The amoeba, the apricot, the aardvarks, the appendix, the amethyst. I went and did an animal, a plant, a bird, and a mineral.
Yes, animal, vegetable, or mineral. And let's cook. Hello, friend. How are you?
Then a bee, bacteria, beryllium, butterflies.
Oh, he pronounced it correctly for once.
Broccoli.
I'm telling you, Joseph is assigned to watch every one of my videos. Because whenever I correct Kent on something like that, they fix it.
bears, backbones, and see how many in the whole series, Joseph. There's you got 3 letters, so probably about 8 of them.
I think it's a 5 set, 6 set.
Okay. Anyway, I covered a whole lot on here.
Yeah, there's over
Now buy my DVD
100 episodes, right?
for $100 goddamn dollars.
For $100, okay?
Production effort was 0 because I just did a fucking live stream that's already available on for free on, well, whatever service we managed to archive it on, and I'm gonna make you pay for it because I'm Kent fucking Hovind.
I don't know of anything that supports the evolution idea. I know plenty. Everything would debunk it.
Well, the vast majority of what you bring up inside of that is, well, not the vast majority, but a good chunk of it is not evolution whatsoever. Elemental physics, stellar physics, all that jazz. Beryllium and shit ain't got nothing to do with evolution. I'm pretty sure beryllium has no biological uses. I could be mistaken. But for some reason, it's just the first thing you thought of when you came up with B. Not boron or anything, because nobody doesn't like molten boron. Boron's a neutron absorber, by the way, so it's kind of poison to me in my interests, but let's not get there, even though I literally have some boron on my desk. Boric acid, but still. Anyway. Now I want a nuclear reaction to moderate. Fuck, I'd rather be doing physics right now. Point is, it's what you consider evolution, which is literally anything that doesn't match what the Bible says.
The idea that there's no creator in the world, a pencil would debunk that. Somebody has to.
No, the pencil is a pencil. Again, known artificial object. We know how pencils are. You don't find pencils in the wild.
Design a pencil. Just a pencil. And we know man did it. But if you landed on an island and there's nobody there, but you find a pencil, nobody would conclude the tide made it washing up on the beach. Nobody would come to that conclusion.
Joseph is the true keyboard warrior.
Okay. So if you look at a cell under a microscope, you ought to be just amazed at the designer, unless you're trying from him for some reason. John, have you commented on eukaryotes having different stem cells?
I'm not prepared for that. Not prepared for that. I'm Kent Hovind. Here's a cat. I don't know.
Not that particular one, but elephants no kin to pine trees. Well, now, if you really look at the charts the atheists use, this is the favorite chart right here.
Yeah, that is the best thing Joseph ever did was just immediately spill the beans on Sandra leaving.
Family tree. Elephants are related to sunflowers. Let's see. I can't read that one. Pine tree. Yeah, they're on here.
Boats. Glad to have you. Sorry you're catching it at the end, but hey, you're here. That's the important thing, and there's more to come through the weekend. If I get a bit of rest in between these two, this stream and my planned next stream, we might have a 2-for-1 deal today.
Somewhere. Yeah. They believe elephants are related to pine trees.
Well, I mean, it's going to be 2 separate streams, but, the 2 in one day.
They believe they're related to pine trees. Yeah.
All life is related. All evidence points towards all life being related. It's not a hard concept.
I want to thank all you atheists for making my job so fun. It is so fun to make fun of your dumb religion. I'm having a blast. What's your opinion and thoughts on Zechariah 14:4? Is that an event that already happened or is going to happen? Zechariah, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi. That's the end of the Old Testament here.
Okay, that sounded kind of cool.
Zephaniah, Haggai. It helps if you're going to ask a question about a verse.
Make a lick a high, make a hidey ho.
Put the verse with it, okay? I've read the Bible many times, but I don't have it all.
He did. Zechariah 14:4. The fuck, Kent? He did. Being a prick is one thing, but being a prick, correcting people or requesting people to do what they did for you is another thing.
Memorize. Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah. Okay, Zephaniah 14:4. No, you said Zechariah. What am I talking about? Zechariah.
God, I could probably find it faster than him. You know what? Let's. Is my Bible in there? Fuck! I gotta move a box. Ugh. Here went a guitar. There it is. Incidentally, a box contains a little book with all my rare Yu-Gi-Oh cards from the early days. I should probably sell those. Make some scratch. Buy a car with it. Okay, let's see how long it took Cunt Koresh to find this.
Forward, is that an event that already happened?
All right, I'm gonna
Or it's
wait.
going to happen.
As soon as he opens it up.
Zechariah,
Okay.
Zephaniah, Haggai,
Hang on.
Zechariah, Malachi, at the
Hebrews,
end of the Old Testament.
Revelation, too far over.
Zephaniah, Haggai. It helps if you're going to ask a question about a verse, put the verse with it. Okay, I've read the Bible many times, but I don't have it all memorized.
There we go.
Zephaniah,
14:4.
Okay, Zephaniah 14:4. No, you said Zechariah. What am I talking about? Zechariah 14.
Oh yeah, there's a Zephaniah.
14:3. Then shall the Lord
there we
go
go. I'm
forth
right
and
there.
fight against those nations.
Okay, it took me about the same amount of time. But let's be clear. He's been reading this book for what did I say earlier? He was talking like 56 years or something. I only have it as kind of for the meme.
When he fought in the day of battle, and his feet shall stand in that day on the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem on the east. And the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof, toward the east, toward the west.
Oh yes, the Mountain of Olives. Just all these olives.
A very great valley, and the half of the mountain shall remove toward the north and half toward the south. Yes, I covered this on my book, What on Earth is About to Happen, and in my chart, which I have behind me here, the big one, and the smaller version of it right here. I like visual aids. I'm a visual learner.
Ooh, Nismo showed up to the chat. How you doing, buddy? With a super chat for 10 Australian dollar dues. No big pen. Yeah. Oh, Hovind had to switch to the pencils. He can't afford pens anymore.
Most guys are. Okay.
Much like his mommy and daddy, he makes too many mistakes.
When Jesus comes down to the clouds to rapture us out at the end of the tribulation, he only comes to the clouds. While we're having a blast at the marriage supper of the Lamb, the wrath of God is falling on the world down here.
He says that straight face. These people are fucking crazy.
Then we come back with him on white horses. So this time we touch down on the Mount of Olives, and it splits in half. And this is
the Mountain of Olives splits in half. Are you taking notes, people? This will be on the test.
Let's see. Yeah, Zechariah 14, 4 through 15. It's on my chart here. They're called the second advent. His first coming was 2,000 years ago. The second
Boy, that's a whole lot of denial play he's been doing.
coming is going to have two parts to it. Only to the clouds to get us out of here, and then all the way down to take over the world.
Okay, is he Pinky or the Brain?
So yes, I think it's going to happen. It hasn't happened yet, though. Yeah, I was going to whack. Well, there's not enough time, and
and Ho was just deciding to give up. Pennsylvania Pete says, expecting cows to mate and produce a half cow sheep just shows you have no idea what evolution is.
Let's see. Expecting cows to mate and
oh, he's going to cover that one. Good.
Produce a half cow, half sheep just shows you have no idea what evolution is. Pennsylvania, this shows you have no idea what common sense is. Cows always make cows. Do you believe cows came from an amoeba slowly over millions of years? If you believe evolution, you believe that. I know exactly what you guys teach, and way more than
no, you literally don't, Hovind.
Any of you know about your own religion. Way more. And it's
not a religion, fucktard.
Dumb, real dumb. I wouldn't believe it for a second. Okay, but thank you for the question or comment. I guess whatever it was. All right, any more, Joseph?
That's about it.
Good. I'm ready for a break. I'm ready to go to bed early. I had to get up before breakfast. That was terrible.
Does Adventureland allow license?
Hey, Kent, I'm awake before you, and I get more accomplished before you wake up than you do in your entire day.
Medical service dogs.
Licensed medical service dog. Yeah, we have people come with their pets all the time. Yep.
A service animal is not a pet. Come on, Kent.
Go to sleep outside, do they?
The dogs don't get to sleep in the cabin.
I think talk to Titus about that. Call 855 Big Dino extension 5. Titus handles all that. Okay. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow night. Same thing. Question answer. I'll start off. I'm going to say evolution is the dumbest and most dangerous religion in the world. Prove me wrong. So you just texted the question a minute ago. Call in. Give your evidence for evolution. Show me where I don't understand it. Show me what I
It's been shown every single day of your pathetic career, Kent.
don't understand about it. Okay. Tomorrow. See you then. Bye.
All right, we're done with fucktard. Well, at least it didn't piss me off today. Other stuff did. In the middle of all that, one of my cats is being fucking obnoxious. So yeah. Anyway, I don't have anything extra. That was one of the streams of all time. Tyler, who I believe called in last night, I've told him more than once that we're not in the clade of amoeba. Amoeba day. Amoebida. There we go. God, can I pronounce things correctly? No is the answer, but at least I own up to it. Yeah, but you know, and we all know he's going to keep on saying it, but the fact you've pointed it out repeatedly, it's like, no, we're just not in that clade. That's not how any of this works. But he doesn't understand anything, and to even acknowledge the idea of a primitive ancestor would probably give too much ammunition for honest followers of his to do their own research and discover, hey, he's been lying. Oh man, sorry, I had a little hiccup there. Another episode done and dusted. Yep. Leslie, they cut the video. That was last night's, right? No, that was Wednesday. That was his Whackin' Atheist. Last night's was what is coming up. If not here in a little while, then possibly tomorrow morning. Depends on how I'm feeling in a bit. But as it stands right now, I am going to rest a little bit. Get prepped for whatever I may be doing for the remainder of the afternoon. I'm already caught up on Guild Wars. I mean, there's still story content from the new expansion I haven't done, but I've been biding my time. You know, mainly working on story stuff over the weekend when I have steady time. But yeah, we are going to take a break. Well, a break, you know what I mean. Stream will end. Might pop up with something again soon. You know, these things are always just kind of off the cuff. Hit links down below. You know, all that good stuff. Going to be working on some things through the weekend, probably writing a few more pieces. If you still hadn't checked it out, I wrote a piece on the Edmund Fitzgerald for the 50th anniversary of its sinking back on the 10th. So if you want to hit Zadar.com and check that out, I'd appreciate that. And yeah, I am going to get on out of here. Do last night's in an hour, please. We'll see. I'm aiming for it.